So I'm still stuck in Pakistan and I'm being destroyed every day. They are essentially attacking my three organs, my heart, especially when I'm in a deep sleep, so I cannot change my position to avoid that attack. I have explained in my previous video how they do that using EMP, microwaves, and other things against your implanted nanosensors. The second organ, which has been started in West over a year ago, again, it was started again about a year ago. My genital, they are nuking my genital, mutilating it, destroying testosterone and semens. The third organ is my skull. My isolated family, immediate family, my siblings and my mother, they are not able to understand. Because imagine a people who has been socially isolated, completely isolated for decades, sort of covertly incarcerated in a house. They don't know anything about local community, how they could know about these sophisticated international level military grade crimes, intelligence level crimes. They are all programmed in my absence. Some were hunted through mental health, others through vaccinations and insulin, etc. They are all implanted with the nanosensors. They've been made conscious and to be badgered to run the similar protocols which I was badgered and made conscious of in the West. They murdered my father in a similar manners years ago. It has other details. Obviously, nobody knew at that time, and my father had no technical background or that kind of understanding to understand that. They tortured him for a couple of years before they murdered him covertly. This has other details. If you are citizen of some country, if you were born into some country, if you were born into some country not by choice, and if your human rights are being violated consistently for years, if you are being abused, if you are being persecuted for years, not only in the country you were born into, but internationally, triggered by the people from the country you belong to, then in my understanding and in honest opinion, I believe you're not citizen of that country. You're being incarcerated. Your family is being incarcerated. When they decide to target some target, they will do it systematically. They will destroy the head of the household first, and then the remainder of the support, meaning in my case, first my father and then my siblings, and then for the last nearly 6 years, I'm proactively and active target, not only in here but internationally. People from these organizations, they are not all competent. While growing up, I have seen competent mean they are opportunists. Some of them, they in the name of religion, in the name of patriotism, in the name of anything, but the underlying agenda is to for personal gains and political gains. And in less developing countries, the ignorance, hypocrisy, and corruption is no longer secret, while in developed countries, they have resources, they have means to hide everything. So some people, they just take advantage of the given position. Somehow they got into those organizations and given the authority and positions through any references, through their relatives, through their friends, through any other such channels. So the point is, if you are not making, or if you are not having access to your human rights, if you're not getting any protection, you are being persecuted, you are being killed every day, then you don't belong there. You are being incarcerated, you are being unjustly persecuted. Not that I'm incompetent, not that I'm not hardworking or determined person. Internationally, the Pakistani and other people, they wouldn't let me get any job, and then they would make any the excuse he doesn't work. Well, I applied to thousands of jobs, but everything would be intercepted, everything would be spoiled, everything would put through planned sabotages. The same thing happened here. Since my return, I approached several different channels for support. As usual, nobody responded, nobody wanted to help. And then I applied to, at least reached out to at least over 1,000 different recruiters or hiring managers I was connected on LinkedIn and other professional platforms. But since it's intercepted, so nobody wants to respond, nobody wants to consider. Because to them, I'm only an ordinary person who is subject to different kind of tests and experimentation as a non-investigative subject, which means there is no record. The use of mental health illnesses, mental health system is being widely used, both in West and in here. I hope whatever I share, it helps me, it helps my family, because we are the first people who deserve relief and peace out of all these unprecedented injustices which human history has never seen. And you could imagine the violation of human rights could happen only in these kind of countries. People get targeted in Western countries as well, but they still live their lives, not in consistent 24/7 turmoil.